Hello friends, today I would like to show you how we're doing back crossing. When we hybridize, we don't just cross one plant with another to get a new type of plant, something interesting or more healthy or larger or smaller or something, some kind of improvement. There are also other methods we use besides cross-pollination. One method is called F2, another one is called line breeding. There are different terms. Well, one of those terms is back crossing. What is back crossing? Well, this here plant, this Adenium, is the rarest species of Adenium, called Adenium socotranum, from island of Socotra, off the coast of Africa. It's very hard to grow to blooming. The only reason this one bloom is because I grafted here on a different rootstock. Then one that's not grafted didn't bloom yet. I might not live long enough for it to bloom. Few years ago, when it did bloom, I crossed it with double red obesum, and I got bunch of healthy plants. Here is one, another, and another, and another, and another, and another. And actually I used one for a rootstock to graft the dwarf Adenium on. Unfortunately, it did not inherit, none of them inherit a permanent pronounced double petal. Some have a little bit here and there, dwarfish extra petals inside. So I didn't accomplish what I wanted. I did, but in a different cross. That's not the subject right now. So the only thing I gain is much healthier and sooner blooming desert roses that have some characteristics of Adenium socotranum. One is very pronounced veins on leaves, and another is kind of upward growth. Today, because it's a special day, that again I have blooming this special flower, Adenium socotranum, I'm gonna back cross them. I'm gonna take a pollen from here and put on a stigma of one of these, and take a pollen from here and put it on stigma of one of these. Hopefully something will catch, create seed pod. I'll plant the seeds, and instead of getting plants that are 50-50, half Socotra, half double petal obesum, I will get plants that are 3/4 Socotra, quarter obesum. In other words, I would get plants that would look even more characteristic of this plant than double petal obesum. This is a double petal obesum, for instance, or this one. So now that I explain what mean back crossing, I'll get this huge, that's a kind of a joke of course, plant. You see, compared to this toy elephant, how huge it is, and move it closer here so we don't need to walk back and forth. And the cross-pollination can begin. Pomona, you can come and open the flower, open the petals, and open petals of one of these flowers, like this one, for instance, is not too old, by tearing three upper petals from each flower. Pomona has such a good eyesight that she is not even using the strong magnifier like I do, called Visor or Visor, I'm not sure what it's called. And she's opening the filaments, and she'll do the same thing on one of these flowers here. I'm sorry?
It's wet.
It's wet. And do you see a pollen there?
Yeah.
It has. Well, then that's good. Is it just wet, or does it have a drop of water?
Oh, never mind. It's sap.
Oh, it's just a sap. Pomona, if there are little drops of sap, I can give you a little tissue paper to dry it. Do you want?
It's okay.
It's okay? Okay. Pomona, don't you want to first open also this one so you can go back and forth? So
This one?
you can. This one is older. I hope it won't fall off, you know, in middle of process. So you get 3 out, and you open it with that sharp, round. Don't hurry. Take your time. Easy does it. Now you make a wet angular one, angular toothpick. And you still remember where to deposit the pollen?
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't, yeah, okay.
I don't see any pollen.
You don't see pollen there?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're crossing only one direction. So now bend this and get the label, because it has adhesive tape on it, right? And cover it up gently. And I can make a label so we won't forget the date and who is the papa, the pollen plant. And warmest part of the year is starting slowly, so if it'll catch, it'll take only about 3 months till the seed pods will crack.
Can I write it?
Sure. Here is a label.
What do I write?
Okay, write first the date, which is, you know what date is today?
4?
April 19th. Well, yeah, you can do 4/19, yeah. You can write just Ape.19, whatever. And the year is 2019.
Yeah.
Then you write X, that's mean crossed with. And you write 547 dash, that's my laying line, yeah, 9. And that I already see in my database what it is. That it's a cross of a red multi-petal crossed with
And that's all?
soccer. And that's all, because we know who the mother is. That's the plant on which we're gonna hang this. I'm gonna hang it right on this branch, and it's done.
That's
Okay? Right, Lau? And you're drumming on the bottle. Very good. Okay, we're done. Let me turn it off till the seeds would ripe. And until then, I don't know, maybe more of these seed pods would. More of, hey, you found a gecko egg. Hello, gecko egg. My imagination can see a little gecko inside. I have X-ray imagination. Where did you find it?
right here.
Hmm. Okay. So put it back on that because they need wetness.
Yeah.
If you put it back into the house on a table, for instance, it'll dry up. It wouldn't be born. It would not hatch. Bye-bye, gecko egg. Bye-bye. What was I saying is that hopefully some of these other flower buds will open, turn into flowers, and then we can pollinate it with more flowers, make more back crossings, and maybe in both directions, because this was wet so you couldn't find the pollen. Maybe one of these would have a pollen, so we can cross it also in the other direction. And until then, or until some other video on some other subject, goodbye, my friends.